If you haven't set your website up or you're just getting around to it now, then today's episode is for you, because I'm going to be talking about one of the first and probably most key decisions that you'll need to make when you set your website up, and that is choosing your URL. Hi, I'm Colette, a business coach helping people who want to leave their 9-to-5 behind for good and create a business and life that they love. And this is Business Class Monday. So let's talk first about what a URL is. If you're just getting started, then it can be confusing. So a URL is essentially the address that people will type in to find your website. It's your web address. Sometimes it's known as a domain address or your domain name. But basically it is that kind of long string that people will type in to find your website. So for example, mine is colettebroomhead.com. When you're choosing your URL, there are a few key things that it's really important to consider, because they will help you to make the most of that URL. Your URL is going to be key when it comes to helping people find your website. So it's important that you consider these things now before you go in and purchase a URL and realise that you've missed something that might have been really helpful. So first things first, that you need to consider the actual name that you're going to search for, that you're going to try and find for your URL. Generally speaking, that name will be the same name as your business. And there are a couple of things just to bear in mind when you're looking. So number one, don't try and be clever. Don't try and use clever puns or weird spellings or anything that's going to make it harder for people to find your website when they hear the name of your business. It should be something that's going to be easy for them to spell and not easy for them to make mistakes. So it should be something short and memorable and spelled correctly. It can be a good idea to also avoid things like symbols, hyphens, numbers, anything that might get confusing for people when they're trying to type out your URL, anything that's going to make it harder for them to get it right. The second big question is .com or not .com. So this is a question that I see cropping up time and time again in Facebook groups and forums and so on. And basically, if you can go .com, go .com. The reason for that is .com is the most recognised. It gives you instant credibility. It's probably people's kind of default ending that they will put in. If they can't remember what your website is, they'll try .com because that's the one we all know. So if you can get .com, go for .com. The only other occasions where it's not that vital is perhaps if you're a more local business or you're just trading with you in your own country, then you can go for your kind of country kind of domain name. So for example, here it would be .co.uk, because within your own country that's also going to be widely recognised and widely used. But if you go outside of your country, then that becomes less so. So if you are more looking to go global, then definitely .com is really key if you can get it. And I would even go so far as to say, if you haven't yet actually chosen the name of your business, let that be a guiding factor. If you can't find the .com, or if the .com domain is already taken for your business name that you want, then it's even worth considering changing it so that you can get a .com if you are looking to trade globally. And lastly, if you do manage to get .com, then it's actually worth purchasing the other domains as well, so .net, .co.uk, .org, whatever's out there. The reason for that is even if you're not going to use them, it will protect your brand, it will stop other people going out there and using them. And then my final pointer when it comes to choosing your URL is, before you do anything else, once you've decided on one that you want, check that it's available, because it may not be, and you don't want to have committed yourself and gone out and already ordered your business cards or whatever it may be before you know 100% that domain name is going to be available. There's an awful lot of websites out there, and unfortunately the first name that you think of might not necessarily be available for you to use. So once you've thought of a name that you want and a URL that you want to use, go and check that it's available, and you can do that by using a service like GoDaddy, or you can simply search something like domain name search or URL search in Google, and a whole load of free services will come up where you can just type in the name that you're thinking of, and it'll tell you which are available, if any, whether it's .com, .net and so on. So make sure you do check that they're available before you go ahead and start kind of planning everything else around your name. I hope you found that useful. As always, I'll be doing a live Q&A in my Facebook group business class, and that's on Thursday at 6:30 British Standard Time, 6:30 PM that is. You can also subscribe to get more of my updates by going to www.colettebroomhead.com/subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Bye.